Hello and welcome to UniUSA's Road to Rhine-Ruhr. Today we're delighted to talk with head coach of the Texas Tech University women's basketball team, Krista Gerlich, along with student athletes Jalynn, Bristow, and Adlee Blacklock. The Red Raiders will represent the USA in the upcoming summer games in Rhine-Ruhr Germany. Coach, Jalynn, Adlee, so nice to meet you. How are we doing today?
Good. Doing
We're doing
good.
great. Thanks for having us on. We're so
Awesome.
excited.
Yes.
Well, Coach, first question for you. Talk about that excitement. How excited are you, your coaching staff, your athletes to represent the USA at the upcoming summer games?
Well, we are so humbly honored, first of all, to be able to be chosen for this and to have this experience. And I've known for over a year that we were going to try to do this, and it's crazy that it's finally here. But just the build up and how we've presented it to our girls, and just the opportunity that it presents is just a once in a lifetime opportunity for all of us, to be able to go to another country to represent our country, USA, obviously through Texas Tech is fabulous, and to give the exposure to our university is something that we do not take lightly. We're really thrilled for the opportunity to compete, obviously, against other countries, but also just to be able to go and explore Germany, and to be able to create relationships with other athletes from other countries, and then obviously to be able to compete for the USA is incredible.
Well, Coach, go ahead and introduce us to a couple of student athletes that will be competing overseas. You've got Jalynn there and Adlee. Tell us how much they mean to your program.
Well, these two particularly are fantastic for us because they are Texas kids, they're local kids, and they know everything about Texas Tech University. Jalynn is from Wichita Falls, or Holiday, Texas, which is right outside of Wichita Falls, so about a couple of hours from here. Adlee is a local product from Lubbock, here in town, and so I just love what they bring to our program, because they really have a strong desire to be Red Raiders, and to be Red Raiders for life. And I just think it's super important to have people like that in your program that really bleed red and black for Texas Tech, and they're great ambassadors for our university and our city.
Well, it's good to know Jalynn and Adlee a little bit better. Jalynn, yeah, have you ever been to Germany or Europe before? Is this your first time going overseas?
I've been overseas once, but I haven't been to Germany, and I'm really excited about that. I've heard a lot of things, see a lot of things on social media, like this is a
Mhm.
vacation spot and this. So I think I'm excited to explore that, with our teammates, with our Lady Raider family, coaches and everybody.
Adlee, how about you? Is this your first time heading over to Europe?
Yeah, well, I've been over to Europe once, but I've never been to Germany, heard a lot about it. I am sure it looks a lot different than Lubbock. So
Yes. Well, Jalynn, what have you heard about these FISU summer games and the competition level you'll be competing? You're going to be playing against players from all over the globe. What have you heard in kind of preparation for the games?
What I've heard is like, each different country playing and each different team, there's sizes, all of that stuff is just gonna be really different. The style of play, all that, compared to how we play here, even not even in the US, but in the Big 12 too. So I'm really excited to see that like different level competition between each team.
Yeah. Adley, what are you looking forward to most in this trip to Germany with your teammates and just representing the US?
I'm excited just for us. I think we've gotten a head start just working on our team chemistry. We have a lot of new girls, and so just being able to get in the gym with them, get to know them on and off the court while we're just trying to get better at basketball. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for us just to play against some really great competition. I know all these other countries are preparing just as much as we are, so it's just really exciting for us just to get a head start on this season and get to do it in a really cool place.
Well, Coach, for fans that maybe aren't familiar, how did this opportunity come about for your program to compete in these World University Games?
Yeah, I have a really great relationship with Nels Hawkins, and I think that he, really appreciated just watching us play at the Virgin Islands this year. We played in a tournament with him there, and I think that he was really impressed with our style of play and with how hard we competed. And I think he just thought it was a great opportunity to to offer us. And so I think that piece of it is huge. You know, we've known of other teams that have gone in the past and seen the success that they've had in their season, actually, you know, after playing in the World University Games. And so to me, that was the piece that not only the USA experience, which I think is incredible for these young ladies, but also just as Adlee said, the head start that you get to compete at a really high level against different competition, and you know, and just the preparation that it takes, and the adversity that you're going to go through. You know, I mean, there's nothing more that's more difficult than going to a foreign country and trying to figure out how to communicate and compete and be successful in the sport that we all love.
Coach, tell us a little bit about this year's team and the team heading over to Germany. Is it a combination of returners? You have a couple of newcomers coming on board. Tell us about your squad.
Yeah, super excited about our team and just even the position that we're in right now, and the growth that I've already seen from them. But we've got a nice nucleus of returners that are coming that provide us with a lot of experience, and that also know what our standards and what our philosophy is here at Texas Tech in the Lady Raider program. So I think the leadership that they're showing right now has been instrumental already. The new kids that we have on board that are coming in as Lady Raiders are just clicking like crazy. Like, I love it, how much they're already bought in. They've stepped in, and it feels like they've been here forever. The chemistry that they've already built with our current Lady Raiders has been fantastic. But you know, we have a lot of kids that are older. We've got a lot of seniors, and so a lot of experience, and that gives us a lot of maturity, I think, and it gives us a lot of just determination that these kids know that this is a great opportunity, and it allows them to get better. And then we've got a couple of kids that are going to join us from a couple of other universities, just because we do have a good number of international kids that won't be able to participate with us in Germany. So you know, being able to bring those couple of kids on as well is going to be super exciting, and I think really really fun to see our team gel, and just how can they really represent USA in this environment.
Adley, let's talk a little bit about your program there at Tech. You know, you're from Lubbock, so you can kind of give us a good sense of the community and things like that. But talk about the campus and the community there of Lubbock for fans that maybe haven't been there.
Yeah, for sure. I grew up going to Lady Raider games ever since I was a little kid. Like, I remember going in first grade, like when we'd have our little field trip game. And so like this year when we had our field trip game again, it was really cool, like full circle moment for me to just like see my elementary school there in the stands, or like just see old teachers, or just in general, like we just finished up camp week, and just being able to see all the like just little kids, all the girls that look up to us, just all come together in the community. It's really special for us, and it just gives us a little bit more motivation when we're working every day in the gym, just knowing that those people are here, you know, supporting us, doing, you know, everything they can to make us feel loved. So
Great. Sounds like a great community.
Mhm.
Jalynn, you're going to have an opportunity to wear the USA uniform, and you know when you're walking around the towns there in Germany wearing USA gear, you know what does that mean to you to have that opportunity to represent your country and play the game you love?
I mean, for me, that just means everything, especially getting to wear on my chest, represent that, and also, you know, have both Tech logo and USA on there. So I think it's just really cool experience doing that. I have brothers in the Air Force and all that too. So I think that really just connects us all. And, you know, I just think that's really a really cool experience.
Well, Coach, last question, similar to that one. You know, your team will have that USA gear. You're going to be able to walk in the opening ceremonies. It's a very, you know, Olympic feel to it. You know, what will that mean to you, Coach? You know, as a coach, and being able to take young women with you over to Germany and compete. You know, what will that opportunity mean to you?
Yeah, you know, here at Texas Tech and in our program, we have three words, and it's passion, purpose, and pride. And we take those three words very seriously. And it's about being passionate about not only the game of basketball, but about Texas Tech and the Lady Raider program. And you know, everything that we do, we want to have great purpose with. But then whatever product we put on the floor, we realize that like that's what is going to make our fans and our donors and even our just community members proud. And so we take a lot of pride in representing Texas Tech. So now to take it even further and to be the representatives of the USA, I think that our kids are not really going to understand what that responsibility is and then how that feels until we walk out onto the court with USA on our chest. And I think it's going to really hit us. And I think they're going to understand how proud they are to be Americans and to be able to represent it, and that it's a responsibility, right? I mean, we have a great responsibility that we are representing the rest of the country in the platform of women's basketball. So we're excited. We're so excited. Again, we're very honored, and we just feel so fortunate to be able to have this opportunity. And I know that all of these girls will do their very, very best to make everybody back at home in the USA very, very proud.
Great stuff. Well, no, we're excited to see you all compete here in just a couple weeks. So, Coach Jalynn, Adlee, thank you so much for your time and best of luck as you prepare for Germany here. Like I said, just a couple weeks.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Wreck 'em.
Wreck 'em.